Monday, May 26th. The calm before the storm. Except in Salem, there is no calm. This isn't just another episode. It's a turning point. Because on days of our lives, secrets are unraveling, hearts are breaking, and fates are being decided. One man clings to life, another is exposed for betrayal, and yet another is mourned before his final story even airs. This is the day Salem holds its breath, and not everyone will survive what's coming. We begin this explosive week in Salem where the stakes couldn't be higher, at the hospital bedside of Philip Kiriakis. After a savage and nearly fatal assault, Philip now lies unconscious, suspended between life and death. His face is battered, his body is broken, tubes and monitors surround him, whispering that he's alive, for now. Doctors rush in and out of the room with guarded expressions. They speak in cautious tones, balancing medical facts with emotional damage. Internally, Philip's condition is dire. He's suffering from severe internal bleeding, a possible skull fracture, and collapsed lungs. Every breath is a struggle. Every second is critical. But it's not just the physical trauma that's weighing heavy over Salem. It's the emotional fallout. Outside that hospital room, tension builds like a pressure cooker. Alex Kiriakis and Brady Black stand watch, trying to remain strong but failing to hide their fear. They've been briefed. They know the truth. Philip might survive, or he might not. And either outcome will ignite consequences no one is prepared for. The atmosphere around Philip's condition is electric with unspoken questions. Who did this? What pushed someone so far over the edge that they nearly killed him? And, more importantly, what will happen if he never wakes up to name his attacker? But this is Salem, and nothing stays buried for long. As viewers brace for the worst, a glimmer of hope flickers on the horizon. Spoilers now suggest that Philip may soon awaken, and when he does, his first words, or his silence, could be more explosive than the attack itself. He may wake up disoriented, confused, or even in pain. But whether he's coherent or not, one question will hang in the air. Does he remember who attacked him? And if he does, will he say the name, Xander? It's no secret that tensions between Philip and Xander have long simmered beneath the surface. What happened to Philip wasn't random. It was personal, raw, violent, and if he points the finger at Xander, it won't just spark a criminal case, it will tear the Kiriakis family apart at the seams. But there's another possibility. What if Philip says nothing? His silence could mean many things: trauma, uncertainty, or perhaps something more calculated. Is he scared of retaliation? Is he hiding a truth even darker than we know? Or, in a strange twist, could some twisted sense of loyalty or guilt keep him quiet? Whatever the motive, Philip's decision in that hospital bed could shift the entire landscape of Salem's justice. In this town, silence isn't just the absence of words, it's a weapon. And depending on how Philip chooses to wield it, someone could walk free, or fall harder than ever before. While the town holds its breath over Philip's condition, another shockwave hits the Kiriakis family. But this one isn't physical. It's personal, emotional, and just as damaging. Alex Kiriakis finds himself at the center of a scandal he can't talk his way out of. On Monday's episode, his long-kept secret finally explodes into the open. He's betrayed Stephanie, not just as a partner, but as a woman who trusted him with her heart, her ambitions, and her future. The truth surfaces in classic Salem fashion. Maybe it leaks through a poorly kept confidence. Maybe it slips out during a heated argument. Or maybe Stephanie overhears something she was never meant to hear. However it happens, the result is the same: devastation. Stephanie is blindsided. Her world, so carefully built around what she thought was love, begins to collapse in real time. This isn't just a lover's quarrel. It's a betrayal that cuts through every layer of their connection. She believed in Alex. She defended him. She chose him over others. And now she's left questioning everything. What's worse, this betrayal isn't just romantic. There are hints that Alex may have compromised her professionally as well, maybe mishandling a shared project or making decisions behind her back. Whatever the specifics, one thing is clear. Alex didn't just hurt Stephanie's heart. He shattered her trust on every level. Now, the question becomes, what will Stephanie do with that pain? Walk away for good, seek revenge, or find herself dragged into another emotional battlefield she never asked for? Either way, one chapter has ended. And for Alex and Stephanie, things may never return to what they once were. And over at the Demera mansion, another woman is facing disappointment, yet again. Belle Brady, no stranger to betrayal and romantic chaos, finds herself blindsided once more by E.J. Demera. The details are still unclear, whether he broke a promise, failed to defend her, or simply put his ambition above their relationship, but the emotional result is all too familiar. E.J. made grand declarations, painted visions of a future built on power and partnership. But Belle is learning the hard way that words from E.J. often come cheap. He promises loyalty, stability, even love, but what he delivers, time and time again, is disappointment. And for Belle, this might be the last straw. She's been through this before, with Sean, with Philip, and now with E.J. Each time, she gathers the pieces of her heart and tries again. But at what cost? This latest letdown isn't just a bump in the road. It feels like a moment of truth. The kind that forces a person to ask the hard questions. Why am I always the one left cleaning up the emotional mess? Why do I keep trusting men who put themselves first? As she reels from E.J.'s latest failure, Belle faces a crossroads. Will she finally walk away and reclaim her independence? Or will her heartbreak pull her deeper into a toxic cycle that never seems to end? Either way, the Belle we see next may not be the one we've known. And Salem should be ready, because when a Brady woman reaches her breaking point, the fallout is never quiet. While the adults of Salem are busy navigating betrayals, grief, and high-stakes consequences, one young voice is quietly breaking down, and few are noticing until it's almost too late. Holly Jonas, the daughter of Nicole Walker, is not in physical danger. But emotionally, she's slipping through the cracks. The signs have been subtle: mood swings, withdrawal, moments of defiance, but now, they're becoming harder to ignore. Beneath her guarded exterior, Holly is unraveling. What she wants isn't complicated. It's not attention or rebellion. It's connection. And the name she keeps returning to is Eric. For Holly, Eric Brady isn't just a comforting figure from the past. He represents a time when life felt safe, stable, and full of possibility. Whether she views him as a father figure or simply someone who once treated her with love and respect, her need for him is deep and urgent. She doesn't want a replacement. She doesn't want platitudes. She wants Eric. Back in her life, back in her home, and back in her corner. Spoilers hint that Holly's feelings will finally boil over in Monday's episode. Maybe it comes in the form of a tearful confession. Maybe it erupts as a sudden outburst that shocks Nicole. However it happens, one thing is certain. Holly is reaching a breaking point, and she's crying out for help the only way she knows how. Now the question becomes, will Eric hear her? Will he return before her emotional wounds deepen beyond repair? Or will Salem once again fail to protect one of its youngest voices, simply because the adults were too distracted by their own battles? And yet, even as personal dramas escalate across town, a much larger grief looms over Salem, one that threatens to shake the foundation of the show itself. The late, great Drake Hogestyn, who portrayed the iconic John Black for more than 3 decades, passed away on September 28, 2024, after a private and courageous battle with pancreatic cancer. His absence has already been deeply felt by fans, castmates, and the soap opera community at large. Although John hasn't appeared in recent episodes, his presence has lingered, written off as being away on a covert mission. But this week, that storyline takes a turn. The mission, it seems, ends in tragedy. Spoilers confirm that John will be caught in a lab explosion, one that takes place during his attempt to save Bo Brady. It's a heroic final act, a fitting farewell to a character known for his strength, loyalty, and unshakable moral compass. But this time, John won't walk away. There will be no miraculous comeback, no last-minute rescue. This is the end, but it's more than just a plot twist. It's a tribute, a carefully crafted farewell to the man who helped define an era of Days of Our Lives. Through John, Drake Hogestyn brought charm, danger, tenderness, and integrity to daytime television. And now, as the story prepares to let him go, the weight of that legacy will come crashing down across the canvas. Marlena's reaction will be at the center of it all. Hers will not be a dramatic collapse. It will be quieter, more intimate, and infinitely more devastating. She has always been strong, always been the anchor. But this loss is different. John wasn't just her partner. He was her soulmate, the love that weathered every storm. As the truth spreads across Salem, old friends and former enemies alike will begin to mourn. There will be shared memories, flashbacks, silence, and eventually, tears. This isn't just Salem saying goodbye to John Black. This is Days of Our Lives saying goodbye to Drake Hogestyn. With honor, with respect, and with the love of an audience that watched him for a lifetime. So what does this all mean for fans? It means Monday, May 26th isn't just another episode. It's the start of unraveling lies, exposed betrayals, heartbreaking truths, and long overdue farewells. Philip's fate could shift the Kiriakis family forever. Alex's betrayal may end more than a relationship. It could destroy trust beyond repair. Belle and EJ's dynamic hits another low. Holly's pain opens a new emotional wound. And the story of John Black's final days will pull everyone into a shared experience of sorrow and memory. Salem is changing, and from this point on, nothing will ever be the same. So now we ask you, will Philip survive and speak the truth? Will Stephanie forgive Alex? Should she? Is Belle finally done with EJ? Or still stuck in the same cycle? And as we prepare to say goodbye to John Black, what's your favorite memory of him? Drop your theories and tributes in the comments below. Because on Days of Our Lives, one day can change everything. And this Monday, it just might.